Hello and welcome to Module 3.1, Communication Alchemy, Powerful Communication Secrets. In this module, we're going to be talking about communication secrets. Communication skills are one of the most important life skills of all, not just for life, but also for growing and maintaining a thriving business. What is communication? Communication is simply the process of transferring one piece of information from one place to another. Do they know you exist? If you have a food truck serving hot food in London and you want people in the local area to know about it, what do you need? You need a method of transferring your brand message to the people who are hungry for your product. Otherwise, no one will know you exist. Without that bridge between your business and your ideal customer, what's going to happen? How do you expect people to hear about you? That bridge between your business and your ideal customer is a communication channel. So you would have done the work of identifying the most appropriate channels from your customer avatar, and that's where you need to focus your energy when it comes to marketing your business. You've got to use the right communication channels as opposed to be trying to be everywhere at once, which is a mistake that a lot of people make, especially online. So here are all the different communication channels available to us in the 21st century. So when it comes to communicating your value, the more effectively you can communicate your value, the easier you make it for people to buy from you. Now, this means you've got to know where to connect with them and, of course, what they want and how they want it. As I mentioned before, communication trends evolve, so people's habits and expectations evolve too. That's why if you want to be an effective communicator, you've got to make sure you're doing one simple thing consistently. I'm about to reveal what it is in the next slide, but I want you to listen really closely. And that's a big clue, by the way. Can you guess what it is? Listening. When it comes to being effective with your communication, the number one factor that influences your ability to communicate effectively is your ability to listen to your customers and potential customers through feedback and market research. Only when you know exactly what your marketplace wants, you'll have the power to communicate your value to them in a way that fascinates them and moves them towards action. This isn't just your standard market research. You're diving into the psychology of your ideal customers and uncovering their deepest fears, desires, and expectations, which ultimately affect their decision to buy. Most of the time, people don't buy for practical or rational reasons. They buy based on emotion. So the aim here is to demonstrate how you'll make the lives of your customers easier or better. And we talked a lot about that in the customer avatar module as well. So refer back to that and use the template to find out from your customers or potential customers what really makes them tick. To listen to your customers simply means to take a moment not to sell them anything, but to find out where they spend most of their time online, what their habits are, what their biggest frustrations are when it comes to a particular issue, what their deepest desires are, their concerns and opinions on existing products or services in your niche. Those are the keys to the kingdom when it comes to understanding what makes your customers tick and how to communicate using language and terms they understand as relatable to them and their problems. Now, there are lots of listening tools at your disposal to gather this information, such as feedback surveys from your existing customers, exit surveys, telephone conversations, looking at competitor reviews. Yes, their customers are your customers. Quora, which is a community-based Q&A site, Amazon book reviews, forums, Facebook groups. There's a lot of gold in Facebook groups as well. Comment sections of the most popular blogs in your niche. There's gold there too, and also searching on Twitter for real-time conversations. Now, before you can create any advertising or promotional literature, you must first listen to understand what's going on in your customers' minds. You'll discover their objections, their expectations, and what language they're using to describe the problems that they have. This is your ammo for writing or creating the content of all your future communication. Let's talk about creating content to support your communication. The best, most well-known brands create regular content as part of their communication plan. Content creation is a great way of getting discovered by your ideal customers. Content gets eyeballs and creates audiences, and it establishes you as an authority figure or resource for valuable information, inspiration, or sometimes entertainment, depending on your brand. So here are the types of content you can create to start attracting people to your brand. And those include blogs, podcasts, videos, email newsletters, events, online seminars or webinars. But the secret is consistency. Creating a brand and building an audience is a long-term game. Lots of people start blogs and they stop posting after a few blogs and they kind of give up, or they start a newsletter and they don't fully engage with their readers. They don't really send out many emails, and they start and then they just drop off. Same thing that happens with when people make videos on YouTube. The problem is that most people see it as a short-term play and they expect results overnight. And that's where most people go wrong. Most people give up before establishing a consistent pattern of putting out valuable content. So don't be that person. When you create content, there needs to be a promotion and distribution strategy in place to ensure that your content gets enough exposure and traction to start attracting business. Now, although it doesn't take long to see the benefit of your content creation, the real magic happens when you've built such a long pipeline of content that new people are discovering your brand every day and making inquiries based on the content they've seen. Now, the end goal is that effective communication is essential for building a healthy relationship with your customers and those who haven't yet become your customers. It's an essential skill to master so you can attract and influence them so that they get to know, like, and trust you. That's it for this module. You have successfully completed module 3.1. There's lots more to come in the following modules, and I look forward to seeing you inside. Bye for now.